Alright, we should be live. Oh, I still need to send you the PowerPoint.
Yeah, you never did.
Okay. I'll just drag it onto Discord. What? That's the stupidest thing I've ever seen.
What happened?
Okay, this is... Okay, so the preview on OBS isn't showing the whole screen, but it's also being stupid, but I figured it out now, so it's okay. That was a really bad explanation. Alright, here we go.
I'm just trying to get... This is not working.
Nice. I have got to get the URL. That's the link. Alright, I'm going to mute right now temporarily just so that we can get some pre-game music or pre-selection music.
What? Wait. What were you going to say again? Okay.
Real one since day one. Don't believe me, niggas say something. MCM on the backpack. Real hitters in the backpack. ZO2 time DC. Worldwide, shout out triple B's. From the mill to the IE. Just got done with a shopping spree. Hit the lot, I had to cop the G. Time and chain that Maserelli. With the whip like it's stolen. Yeah. Gotta watch out for patrolmen. Cause them boys, they be roaming. Shooting shit, not knowing. Shooting shit with no conscience. I be ballin' like I'm sponsored. On the beat, man, I'm a monster. Always acting where you're asking. Felt the heat, but I'm hotter. You a king, I'm still your father. Simba nigga, I'm Mufasa. See the crown and then I conquer. Just to hit y'all with another. I be ballin' with my brothers. Had to do it for the culture. Old faces like them boulders, y'all hating and we know this. Angry faces when you postin', but I gotta stay focused. Dead weight on my shoulders, talk trash, get dumped. Straight shots, no pumps, need help, no stunts. Hit him L1, hold up, let me switch it up. That was that hoop lingo. Mama, yo boy taking off. Mike Jordan from the free throw. I don't want you, he can keep you. Good looking, but you see through. Young team, then my people. You other problems never equal. Being ballin', I just added rapping. Remove the fake, yeah, that's attraction. Divide my time just to make it happen. Now I'm spitting flame like I'm a fucking dragon. In a couple months, man, I'll be in a mansion with my car clean and my diamonds dancing. Michael 65 amps with the wagon. Gotta cop the copper special thanks to Allen.
Worldwide, yeah. Little days to fly, yeah. Got Chappelle flow straight edge, but I still gotta clear my eyes, what? How high, how high, how? How high, how high, how? How high, how high, yeah. Where he at, he gotta die, ayy. Y'all competition ain't competition, y'all really hit the rest, ayy. Y'all keep playing with my checks, ayy. Who I gotta do it next, ayy. Yeah, I know that I'm a fucking rookie, but a fucking rookie at his best, ayy. Know you speaking to a vet, ayy. Y'all gon' treat me with respect. Came in this game thinking it'll be a hell of a race. Really, that wasn't the case. Now that I'm staring your rappers like that in the face. These niggas scared of my game, so you'll never catch me chillin' at none of they place. I gotta get on the road with my little bros and stay up out of the way while you niggas going to waste. Free smoke, ayy. Free smoke, ayy. Free smoke, ayy. Free smoke, ayy. Why y'all hating on the kid? I don't flex hard, I don't do the most, ayy. Pussy nigga take a flow, ayy. Zoe down his zone, ayy. Let's get it. Skirt. Yeah. Done. Worldwide.
Okay, I probably have to do this like every 10 minutes because these headphones don't really stay consistent. I got it.
All right. How's it going, everyone? Hope you're all having a good day. I'm here with GK again. What's up?
So
Ready for Selection Sunday?
definitely.
How does it feel to be, kind of retired?
Oh well, probably be out of retirement.
Oh, yeah? Just waiting for the right team, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm not early, actually, because we aren't ready yet. We're just going to go through a couple bubble teams, let the audience know what's up, who's on the bubble, who's pretty much out, guaranteed, all that kind of stuff. So I guess might as well go into the bubble watch. So we have 8 teams here today on the bubble. Texas A&M at 18-12 out of the Midwest. Florida at 19-11 out of the SEC. Syracuse at 20-10 out of the ACC. Ohio State at 21-9 out of the Big North. BYU at 15-15 out of the that one, the PCC. Yeah, that's what it's called. Maryland at 16-14, also out of the ACC. Washington at 19-11 out of the PCC. North Carolina State at 17-13 out of the ACC. Notre Dame at 17-13 out of the ACC, and West Virginia at 17-13 out of the Midwest. Any names kind of jump out at you from those?
I think BYU is probably guaranteed to not come in as a 15-15 team. I don't think they'll make the tournament at all.
Yeah, I think a really good team from that list that's maybe still in doubt would be Washington. At 19-11, they're looking like a maybe. Yeah, I mean, you just never know playing in the PCC. Those 17-13 ACC teams definitely have a better overall resume, I would say. They definitely have the better strength of schedule there.
Yeah, the upper hand.
Yeah.
Like teams like NC State and Syracuse have the upper hand because of the fact that they play in a tougher conference of the ACC with teams like Duke and North Carolina and so on and so forth.
I'm surprised to see Syracuse in here. I thought that they were definitely going to be a lock for maybe even something like a 6 seed, but instead we see them on the bubble. I think they're almost definitely in, though. Nothing to be worried about if you're an Orange fan today.
Yeah.
So I guess with that, it's time to reveal the number 1 seeds. No fancy graphics for this one today. We're just going to read them off, mostly because that wasn't in the PowerPoint. Bryce, what are you doing, man? So the number 1 overall seed is, in fact, the North Carolina Tar Heels out of the ACC, 28-2. Their 2 losses were to UCLA and Duke, I believe. They won their conference tournament, and they're looking like the team to beat so far in this tournament. And then the second number 1 seed is UCLA from the PCC. Of course, they're playing pretty well as of late. They beat North Carolina earlier in the year. You think that they have a shot to win it all?
But I think that UCLA has a shot to win it all.
Yeah.
I really don't think so, due to the fact that the competition that UNC and Kansas and all these other teams, Duke, have against UCLA. Remember, they do play in a weak conference in the PCC. And I don't think that talent can really match up against teams like Kansas and UNC in the tournament, and I don't think they will have a chance against them. Because teams like UNC and Kansas have faced better teams in the past, unlike UCLA.
The next number 1 seed is Arkansas from the SEC. They are 27-3, 18-0 in the SEC. Not a huge surprise there. I mean, I think Kentucky may have been able to get that spot, or Indiana, but Arkansas just had that 23, I think it was, game-winning streak, so they're definitely feeling good, which means the last 1 seed, it comes down to a lot of teams. Texas and Indiana, I feel, are 2 teams that might get it, but they won't, and it'll go to the Kansas Jayhawks at 28-2 out of the Midwest. What do you think about them?
Kansas as a Miss West, it's a very good team. They've had
Your mic cut out.
oh yeah, my
Wait, no, you're good.
I
You're
believe
good. You're good.
yeah, I believe they have 3 or 4 um all American players. The roster is good, amazing offense, amazing defense. This team will certainly try to overcome and avenge their second round loss last year to Illinois and try to win it all this year.
I was wrong, by the way. They're from the East region, not the Midwest. I think I said Midwest. Or they're in the East
Yeah, you
region.
said, you said Midwest.
So the first matchup is going to be the number 1 UCLA Bruins up against the number 8 Texas A&M Aggies. So Texas A&M out of the Midwest is in. Not a huge surprise there. At 18-12 and 13-5 in the SEC, they definitely did enough in the conference. And then of course they'll be playing UCLA at 26-4, 14-4 in their conference this year. They didn't bring in that good of a recruiting class. Only got 1 3-star recruit, but they're still here. What do you think about their recruiting performance as of late?
I mean, they've made the team work regardless. I mean, you can have a class that only has produced that you only get 1 2-star and the rest are 1-stars. But if the team performs and the team does good, it doesn't really matter.
So, do you think Texas A&M has a shot at this one or no chance?
If Texas A&M has a shot against UCLA, they do have a shot, but I think that they'll be able to keep it close. But I don't think they will beat UCLA.
Yeah, I agree 100%. I mean, Texas A&M has proven that they have a solid offense and a decent defense, but I don't know. UCLA, I think, will just out-talent them. Then next up is the number 4 Oklahoma Sooners. Wow, they get a 4 seed despite going 27-3. And then the 5 seed is the Alabama Crimson Tide. And I guess since we've got the first controversial matchup here, I better read this disclaimer that Bryce told me to read. From the Deputy Commissioner's Office. This bracket was computer generated. Do not personally attack anybody or send him very harsh emails because of something an internet program determined. Seriously, don't do it. All right.
So pretty much, don't send him anything because he didn't do it.
Exactly. And then they'll be playing number 5 Alabama at 20-10, 13-5 in the SEC. I really don't think this is much of a game at all. I mean, Oklahoma is a much better team on paper.
Definitely, but like you just said, it's on paper. It depends on how Alabama can play. If they do turn out to play with chemistry and maybe upset Oklahoma. I mean, we just saw it last season with Illinois over Kansas. Maybe Alabama can do the same thing over Oklahoma. You never know.
Oh, yeah. It's just who's hot that day. I mean, I'm still very surprised that 27-3 gets you a 4 seed, though. I know that the Midwest isn't the strongest conference, but Oklahoma had a great season, and they should be rewarded for that. So,
Well,
next up, we have the number 3 Virginia Cavaliers and the number 6 Wisconsin Badgers in Orlando, Florida. Virginia went 25-5, building off that tournament upset last year, Wichita State. Then Wisconsin is 21-9 out of the Big North. I really don't see Wisconsin even competing. I mean, Virginia played in that really tough ACC and went 16-2. They honestly pretty much dominated. So
yeah. I mean, Virginia plays in the ACC, one of the hardest conference in the NBC and NCBCA nation. There's literally every team is basically competing. Wisconsin, they do have competition, but not as tough and not as rough as the ACC. So Virginia will have the upper hand on that, and they will win.
yeah, I agree. Virginia should be able to pull it out. Not looking like any major upsets so far. So on to the next game, which will be the 2-7. And that 2 seed will be the Indiana Hoosiers at 29-1. I'm sure that they are a little bit upset that they don't get that 1 seed. I mean, only 1 loss on the year and then the upset in the conference tournament. I don't really know about that. I just don't think it'll be. I don't think that they deserve the 2. They should have gotten the 1. You can't penalize a team for one bad loss. Then let's go ahead and talk about the 7th seed, West Virginia, 17-13. They are in from the bubble. 12-6 in the Midwest is a little worrying to me. What do you think about that conference record?
I mean, they did make it, and even though the conference record is 12-6, is really iffy. It doesn't really show how it is because their conference is good, but I mean, if you show out against teams out of conference and better teams, like for example ACC teams, then you show that you are pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, I just feel that, like, in that Midwest Conference, you could honestly see that, like, those 12 wins, only 6 of them being against good teams, because Western Kentucky, VCU, Texas A&M, or Texas Tech are all in that Midwest, and they are not very good teams, but I don't know. Just my 2 cents on that one. And so next we will head over to the Midwest region in Greenville, North Carolina. It will be never mind. Greenville's in South Carolina. It'll be the number 1 North Carolina Tar Heels up against the number 8 Syracuse Orange. I'm just gonna let you do the talking on this one because I'm a little biased. So, wait, is your mic good? Oh, his mic muted. Whoops, I revealed the next. Oh, no. No. You didn't see that. I just revealed half the brow. You didn't see that. No. Oh, no. There's been a leak. Leakers, put them in jail. Whoops.
What happened?
I accidentally leaked like half the, or not leaked. I leaked 2 other games. Because I was trying to I was trying to click on your name, but I accidentally clicked in the PowerPoint. So anyway, North Carolina, Virginia. Yeah, that's a game. We're gonna move on. Number 4 Cincinnati against number 5 Villanova. Cincinnati's 22-8. Villanova's 21-9. This is the good 4-5 game this year. I think should really be a close one. Who do you have pulling it out?
What I think about this matchup, it's gonna be pretty close, but I think Villanova will be able to take it over Cincinnati. Again, I might be biased, but the competition in the ACC cannot be matched by any other team, and I think since he does not have the talent, they do have the talent, but they did not have the competition that Villanova faced, and they fought hard to get this 5th seed. So I think they're going to continue fighting hard.
Absolutely agreed. And then, as you guys already know, because I leaked it, in Salt Lake City, we have number 3 Oregon at 21-9 up against number 6 Kansas State at 22-8. This may not necessarily be about the game, but I just don't understand how Oregon can go 21-9 and get a 3 seed, yet Oklahoma goes 27-3 and gets a 4. That doesn't make much sense to me. We are in fact back. Sorry about that one. My other person, my buddy here, partner in crime, GK, is temporarily unavailable. I guess the phone cut out or something, our communication device. So of course, he's at his remote location in his $1 trillion home that he bought by going 11-19 for Miami. So, I mean, maybe there's just a storm there or something. So next up in the Midwest region, we have number 2 Texas against number 7 Gonzaga. Texas 27-3, 16-2 in the Midwest, and the Gonzaga Bulldogs are 22-8, 14-4 in the PCC. So Gonzaga makes it again, barely by a thread. Of course, 22-8 won their division, but that division is very weak. So they're going to have to prove that they belong by beating one of the better teams in the country in Texas. I'm sure Texas is looking at those North Carolina Tar Heels and wondering if they will even have a shot to beat them in a potential Elite Eight matchup. So next up in the South, we have the number 1 Arkansas Razorbacks in Tulsa against the number 8 Ohio State Buckeyes at 21-9. They are in. What are your thoughts? Of course, Arkansas 18-0 in the SEC.
The Arkansas has done amazingly good. Stauskas has been an amazing head coach. I think he should have won it, in my opinion, over Texas head coach. He did an amazing job in the SEC. But either way, this is a tough matchup because Ohio State, like you said, is 21-9, but they were pretty impressive even in those games. They were pretty impressive, in my opinion, and they do have a very good chance of upsetting Arkansas. So watch out for that game.
All right, so next up, the 4-5. We have the 4-seeded Florida State Seminoles at 24-6 up against the number 5 seed Wichita State Shockers at 22-8. Of course, first year for a new head coach, Himerius. Gonna go with that. And he just didn't quite live up to the high expectations that their former head coach set out. But do you think the Shockers will be able to pull off a little bit of an upset?
I mean, they have the shot, but I don't think they'll be able to take it. The Shockers were under good leadership last year. This is another first-year coach, and I feel like he might be too experienced for this against another coach who's already been in the tournament before.
Yeah, I would agree, absolutely. I mean, I think Wichita State will have a shot, but it just won't be a huge chance. So next up is the 3-seeded Illinois Fighting Illini up against the 6-seeded Louisville. Of course, a little bit of a rough year for Louisville. They definitely had better expectations, but I'm sure it could all just turn around with a win here. What do you think?
Yeah. If with a win, wait a minute. With the win, I mean, they could be able to turn it around, but it's gonna be really tough against a team like that.
Yeah, I mean, Illinois really is a solid team. Their coach is a little questionable, but, not going to talk about that right now. Next up in the South, it's the 2-seeded Michigan State Spartans at 25-5, 15-3 in the Big North, up against the Xavier Musketeers at 20-10, 14-4 in the SEC. I'm going to go with that. I mean, I just don't really think this is much of a game. Michigan State should take care of them pretty easily, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. Michigan State will take this easy and advance.
Yep. And then the final number 1 seed is the Kansas Jayhawks, 28-2 from the Midwest. They will be facing the Florida Gators at 19-11. So Florida is in. The bubble is starting to shrink. What do you think those last couple teams are thinking?
That they better get in this because some of these teams really have worked off, and now they don't know if they will make it or will they not. Because already you saw Texas A&M, you already saw Florida get in, and Texas A&M was an 18-12 team on the season. So for these teams who still have 20-something wins and they're still in the bubble, they might be starting to worry.
Yeah, I 100% agree. And then the 4-5, the USC Trojans, what a story. Going from 6 wins to 23 wins, excellent coaching there. Then Connecticut, 22-8, another solid season for them. I mean, you just can't not talk about USC. What a great team they are. Or what a great story.
Yeah, they have the fat freshman with Lonzo Davis and a couple others. They have an all-freshman lineup. This lineup is really the key. Not only them, but the coach Rouse has been an amazing coach. He's brought them, like he says, 6 wins to 23 wins, an amazing jump, and I expect them to continue it.
Yeah, I see them as pretty much a sleeper pick to make it out of here. So next up is the 3-6. It's Arizona and Duke Duke at apparently 18-2 according to Bryce. That's impressive how they only played 20 games this year. And Arizona at 22-8. What do you think about this one?
Huh? About this matchup is pretty it's gonna be a pretty good matchup. Duke at 18-2. I mean, obviously it'll be 18-12, but Duke has been an amazing team this season, and even though with their record doesn't show it, the talent does, and I think they should be able to pull out this upset over Arizona.
All right, so the final bubble team will be announced right here. Of course, Maryland, BYU, Notre Dame, all still sitting and hoping. And the final bubble team is the Notre Dame Fighting Irish out of the ACC. So you were right. That stronger conference does end up getting them into the field. And they will be playing the number 2 Kentucky Wildcats, 26-4, 18-0 in the SEC. With Notre Dame just squeaking in, Kentucky should pull it off.
Well, I mean, Notre Dame, a lot of people don't like Notre Dame, but at the same time, they do have a good shot. They're not a very big shot, but they do have a shot at Kentucky.
And of course,
But
go ahead.
you know what I mean? Kentucky's obviously going to be a very good team and a very hard team to beat. But like I said, the advantage of being the ACC really helps.
And of course, you can't talk about this game with talking about how it's in Indianapolis, of course, the home state of Notre Dame. So they may have a little bit of a fan advantage. So now that we are through, every team in the field has been announced. Let's just go ahead and take a look at the bubble. Who's in, who's out? The teams that were out were BYU, Washington, Maryland, and NC State. Teams that were in were Texas A&M, Syracuse, Florida, Ohio State, Notre Dame, and West Virginia. I don't really see too much wrong here. I mean, Washington had an argument over West Virginia. Same with NC State. But I really think the committee did a good job this year.
Yeah. Maybe the only one I'm still scratching my head over is the NC State over Notre Dame, which I would think the NC State is the better team over Notre Dame. But now they got in. Not only they got in, now they're in home. They have home state advantage, so maybe they'll have a chance.
Yeah, and I agree. I mean, that's all that matters for the teams that are in. It doesn't matter what team should have been in over you. You can't let that get to you because you just got to play basketball. It doesn't matter if they should have been in if you make a run. So I just want to thank everyone for tuning in. This was a fun show. Can't wait to do it again for the national tournament tomorrow. And the special announcement that I promised some of you guys is that I will be simming the national tournament live, so we will get live in-game results as they are played, and you guys will get to see the scores, see all the comebacks, not just the final score. So I hope everyone's looking forward to that, and I will see you all tomorrow. Hopefully you'll be back, GK.
Definitely.
All right.
I'm here.
We'll see you guys then. Thanks for tuning in today, and hope you enjoy it.